Hello friends, today we have Dr. Raman Nagavelli with us, who is principal of University College of Engineering, Kakatiya University. Let's begin our discussion with him. Sir, you have held key positions at Education Institute throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector, sir?
The key factors or the main key factors for the engineering college or engineering education is the faculty is the first factor. So like if you have a good faculty, then with the infrastructure, good infrastructure and the faculty, these two things are very, very important for engineering education. So for engineering education, more it is a practical oriented approach. So the laboratories are very, very important. But among all, the faculty plays a vital role in engineering education. So in my observation, if we have a good faculty, then the student can learn more and more and can complete his graduation successfully, and he will be able to perform good once he join in the company or in any other organization.
Being the principal of your college, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Everywhere there is a lack of resources. Ours is a government institution. So coming to the resources, in most of the cases in IITs, in NITs also, the 100% resources are not available in any education government institution, in any government institution. So in my observation, using the resources, available resources, and again grabbing any external resource which is available to us and using them optimally and a maximum with the available resources, and preparing the students studying in the college or students studying at our institution, making them as a very good and fundamentally they're good in the concepts, and sending them out and ready to compete with all others in the society. And maximum, in my point of view, utilizing of resources to the 100% and coordinating all the faculty and other staff in preparing our students well and good. So that is what. And again, as well as whenever there is an opportunity, we should able to get the funds and resources from the outside for the benefit of institution and as well as the college.
Being the principal of your college, how do you strategize about key programs and plans for marketing and administration for your school?
So generally, basically it is a government institution. We don't look for the profit generally. That is the first point I would like to mention. And the second thing, definitely, even though it is a government institution, so we should get fame to the institute, and reputation we have to build for the institute to get a funds from the other government organizations. So for that, our plan is preparing our students well and good to get the opportunities and the jobs and their higher career in some good institutions and in some good companies, so that they are the marketing agents. Like if you say marketing, so they will present, and they will spread the information about the institution. So ultimately, we focus the only our main agenda of getting the reputation for the institution is we'll try to build our students maximum to get the jobs, and as well as to get settled in a good position, so that ultimately the institution reputations will be increased, and will get a fame for the institution. So that is one thing. And as well as we conduct some programs, academic programs in the institution. Even though during the COVID period also, we conduct some of the online programs for the academic community, so that in that way also we are trying to promote our institute as one of the better and institution when compared to the other government institutions.
How does the curriculum of your college ensure the best practice of the industry?
Yes. So recently there have been certain modification in the curriculums. Is suggested by the AICT and MHRD. CHIS-based credit system is introduced in the curriculum. So that model curriculum by the AICT we are following, and we are trying to adapt it to the maximum, giving a flexibility to the students in selecting the subjects from the third year onwards, 3-1 and 3-2, 4-1 and 4-2. In that semesters, students will be given a maximum freedom of selecting the subjects, so that their scope of learning is more and more there and wider. And we are also asking the students, even they can choose the courses in the final year which are offered by IITs. Some of the IITs are opening through the NPTEL, and some of the even universities are offering MOOC courses. So we are giving them chance to select even that courses also to complete their semester system in the semester system.
Any insights into how your college could be more welcoming to the students of different economic backgrounds?
Yes. And again, I am repeating the same point. It is a government institution, and basically mostly in our college, when we observed, the students of lower and middle economic background are preferring to join. So because they expect the scholarship, so the government is giving full scholarship for the students, those who are joining in our college. Almost 90% of the students will get the scholarships from the government as a tuition fee, as well as the most of the students we expect their hostels scholarship also. So those they prefer to join in our college mostly. When we observe the students' economic background also, the students of lower and middle income group, generally 90% of the students are from that background only. So that's what we have observed, the economical background of the student.
What do you think should be your college's top priority over the next 10 years?
Next 10 years. And before that, answering your question, I want to again mention. So this is again I am repeating, government institution. Most of the government institutions lacking of faculty and infra also 100%. So our goal is like faculty. We are trying to because we are located in the industrial area. Some of the faculty we are drawing from the like KTPS. Some of the faculty we are drawing from the Singareni colleges. From the industry, they will come and teach our students, and we want to like upgrade with a full infrastructure, even 100% infrastructure with 100% infrastructure, and the 100% facilities to the students joining in our institution. And we want to strengthen the college, the faculty wise and infrastructure wise, on par with the other institutions. And as well as we are planning to generate some revenue by creating some additional resources, and by doing some projects and self revenue generation plans we are working out. So with that revenue only, we are thinking that we can upgrade the institute and provide a better facility for the student. So revenue generation sources we are identifying. So we want to like establish that within the next coming 5 years, so that we will have a good finance. Then automatically we can establish a good infrastructure, as well as we can hire the faculty also.
When you first came to this college, what was your vision for this college? Has it evolved over time?
And vision is like every student, we cannot guarantee the 100% placement. The students are with a different background and different performances, but we want to make the student feels that he has learned a good amount of good concepts, and he has acquired a good amount of knowledge, not only in the subject, in a overall aspects, in all aspects. When the student is going out from our institute, he or should feel that so he has learned a good amount of knowledge, good amount of like concepts, as well as all other aspects. So he should feel that we want to make the student like that, satisfied. Student should leave the institution with a full satisfaction. He has like found himself, and he has learned. Now he can, even though he will not get the job outside, he should feel that he can survive in the society. So that we want to make. Ultimately, that should be achieved by the institution.
What is your college's greatest strength?
Strength is the faculty is a strength. Even though we have less faculty, almost all the faculty are very experienced, and the kind of student and faculty interaction is very friendly in nature here, and the way they teach to the student, and most of the time the way they spend time with the students. So that is ultimately, I can say, the staff is only our strength of our college.
What would you like people to know about your college that they may not know?
Uh, one thing that we can guarantee is that it is a very good atmosphere. The college has very good greenery. It is located in full of greenery is there, and nearly it is about 300 acres campus. Even though we have a less buildings and all, but the campus is very big one. And for the students, those who want to spend more on academics, and they want to learn self-learning, it is a very good one, and they will get plenty of time. And the faculties also, some senior faculties are available in each and every department. In some department there is a lack of faculty is there, deficiency is there. So but okay, they can like get a good amount of knowledge and concepts if they join in the college. Only thing is that we have to improve the laboratories. The infrastructure for laboratory needs to be improved a lot.
What are some of the biggest challenges you see for higher education in general and for your college specifically?
Higher education in general. So now I think we know very well that new education policy has come. Like slowly it may be implemented. So it is giving like a lot of hope for the students, those who wants to learn. A lot of freedom is also given for the students, those who are whatever they want to learn in that policy. And definitely I think it will give a good results, and there is a drastic change in the higher education. And for the problem is the funding for the students, above average students. The average student is not that much in our country. Those who want to pursue for a higher education and those who want to do a research, the funding facility is one problem. So the more funds should be allocated in that particular category in higher education to encourage the students. So I think that may happen in future, but this policy is more practical oriented, and definitely I hope it will bring a lot of changes in the higher education.
Any suggestions you would like to give to the current youth and aspiring students?
Yes, the one thing I want to tell to the students of this generation is they should be very clear in the mind when they want to pursue the education and for what purpose they want to pursue the education, right? So it is not the only job for they need to pursue the education. So they should have a very clear picture in the mind for the purpose for which they want to pursue the either graduation or higher education. If they have a clear mind and a clear idea about their graduation and their higher education, so that should be the first point. They should be very clear before opting for the graduation or higher education, any course. And once they selected the course, the thing is they should constantly and continuously put their sincere efforts and the hard work to complete the degree or whatever the course they have selected. So without that, they cannot achieve anything. They should have a proper individual planning. I'm once again stressing on that. Every student is a unique in learning. You cannot compare with the others in learning approach. You have your own learning. You have to identify itself it first, your strength of learning, and that can be improved also. Accordingly, you have to plan. Every individual, you should have two plans. One is a common plan that you have to follow with the others, and you have a unique plan to improve yourself constantly and continuously. You have to execute that plan. Then only you will be in a good position, and you will be settled down in the society. You will get respect from the part of the society. So that is one that I want to advise for this youth. Sincere efforts and constant and continuous efforts are very, very important. So without that, we cannot achieve whatever we want to achieve. Just like 1 day, 2 days, we do some hard work for the 1 month. So okay, still the youth are feeling that we are not achieving whatever we want. So then immediately they are getting disappointed. Nowadays youth, they are expecting the result immediately. So that should not be there in their mind. That should not be in that mind. So continuous effort, continuous and constant sincere effort for a long period definitely give you a good results. So don't compare with all. So they are performing high, we are not performing. So you compare, but you don't feel every individual has a potential to achieve your own goal. So the proper planning will help to definitely to achieve your goals. So that is my advice for the youth of this generation. You have a lot of potential, but only thing is proper planning and sincere and honest efforts, and along with the hard work, continuous one for a constant for long period, definitely you will get a good result. So that is my advice to the youth of this generation.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your kind words. Folks, that was Dr. Raman Nagavelli with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you for spending your precious time with us and sharing your valuable insights. Thanks a lot, sir.